lovers do. Lovers do.
I'm not used to talking like this. In person, one-on-one, I'm good. But I gotta be honest, I'm really nervous. It took me an hour this morning trying to figure out what to wear. And I'm used to dressing up. Always been confident about that. People come up to me and say, David, you look good. There's no secret. All it takes is trying. People think I spend a lot of money on clothes, but my mom taught me you don't need to spend much. When I was a kid, she'd take me and my older sister, Gabriella, we called her Gabby, thrift store shopping a couple times a month. Yeah, sometimes I had to do some sewing. And that's right, I know how to sew. But in the end, I always looked sharp. In high school, my friends used to tease me, but I didn't give a fuck. Sorry. I'll try to keep this clean. I didn't care that they teased. I knew they were jealous. Even my own wife, Sophia, makes fun of me. I'm the only husband in town that takes the larger closet. When we're out in public, I wear a fly-looking coat and always a tie. Don't matter how hot it gets. Now, my daughter, Gabriella, she notices. Yeah, we named our daughter after my sister after she died in a car accident. Back when Gabriella was in kindergarten, I'd take her to and from school every day. I worked the night shift back then, and Sophia was working days at the hospital. So that was my job. One September day, it was really hot, and I forgot to put a tie on to pick her up. She said, Daddy, you look funny. I said, don't I look like the other dads? She said she didn't want me to look like them. She wanted me to look like her dad. So that became a thing. I dressed up when we were out together because she wanted me to look good. And that made me want to even more. You know, that's one thing really special about her. Another thing is her name. People try to shorten it like my sis did, call her Gabby or Gab, and she gets mad. She'll stand up straight, glare at the person, speak very slowly, and say, my name is Gabriella, please. No one gets that look will ever forget. I'm the one exception. When it's just the two of us, me reading her a story or fixing her breakfast, I can call her Ella. When she was in second grade, I got moved to the day shift, which was better, but I missed taking her to school. We had neighbors that would watch and make sure she got on the bus and got in the house after the bus dropped her off. That's all there is, by the way. Just Ella. No other children. I told my wife I was worried about money for a second kid, but truth is, I just wasn't sure I could love a second child like I love Ella. I always tell her she's the best little girl in the whole state of Texas. Once she said, oh, Daddy, you don't know everyone in Texas, but you could say I'm the best little girl in Uvalde. Yeah, I heard it. Look, I was asked to talk about Ella and the shooting, and I guess that's what I'm saying. I put on nice clothes since, but you want me to talk about her, so I need to think about her. Seems right for me to dress up. These counselors tell me to give it time. They talk about the 5 stages of grief. It has stages. All I know is pain. The pain ain't going away. Not one not one bit. Who am I angry at? Who ain't that angry at? The counselor says one of them stages is anger. I ain't ever going to be done with that stage. I get to the school and some cop in charge tells me and all the other parents to wait behind the rows. Everything is under control. Then I hear shots, and I break for that school. Some fat trooper tackles me and separates my shoulder, and still I try to get to the building. Then I see some mom who also tried to get there. 4 cops are dragging her back in handcuffs. Great. 4 cops taking down an unarmed woman. Better than confronting an armed shooter. Now, after they finally take the guy out, they order buses to move all us parents back to the community center. Now, some parents get to see their kids right away. But for the rest of us, for hours, we get no information. Nothing. Then they start taking the DNA from us. After 8 hours, you start the DNA. They go to some parents, they talk to them, then they leave. We ask, what's going on? They tell us to be patient. Now it's been 12 hours. If we were prisoners of war, we'd be treated better. At midnight, they called me and my wife into a room. They tell us Ella died at the scene and how sorry they are. Why are people sorry when they haven't done anything to help? Why aren't they sorry when they could have made things better? When they could have made sure the school was safe? When they could have rushed that shooter? When they could have not let us rot in the community center for 12 hours waiting to find out the love of our life had been massacred? Who do I blame? I blame the NRA and all those protesters who say it's about the Second Amendment. There weren't 30 school shootings a year back in 1776 whenever they wrote the damn thing. I blame Congress for not doing anything. I blame the reporters for treating us like some damn TV show, not caring about helping. Did you know every time there's a school shooting on the news, it's more than likely there'll be another shooting soon? Yeah. Some professor interviewed me. She told me that. She said the news reports give the shooters permission. Hell, I blame that professor. She doesn't give a damn about it. She's just part of her research. You know, I really blame all those people who send posts and tweets saying thoughts and prayers. I don't give a shit about your thoughts and prayers. It don't mean nothing. It's like saying have a nice day or here's a fucking smiley face sticker. You can feel better for writing that post and your friend can put a heart symbol next to it, but tomorrow there'll be another little girl killed. And I blame you. Every fucking one of you. You listen to us, you watch us, and you might tell us about your outrage, but you don't do anything. Sure, you may protest about some pipeline or contribute some nature conservatory, feed the children. Or maybe you're upset about some group might not have the same rights as others. Now, I agree with you there. Every person should have equal rights. And the air should be able to be breathed in 20 years. But what's more important, if we had good air and equal rights, my Ella wouldn't be able to experience them. She'd still be dead. Your protests don't matter. Your money doesn't matter. If we can't protect Ella and her classmates, nothing else fucking matters.